All right, so we're back in my garage, or I'm in my garage, and what I did after I did the last video outside was continue to work with the Bahco Laplander. Now, mind you, this is a brand new saw. I just got this, and today was the first time I've used it outside and cut anything with it. This Silky Gomboy I've had for a couple of years now, and I've extensively used this trimming and cutting and sawing all kinds of branches, trees, you could anything you could think of that's in the yard that's growing. I've used this to cut with, and I mean, it's never failed on me. And I don't even know if saws do get dull or not, but this thing actually kind of works almost as good as when I first got it. And this is a couple of years old, and it's seen a lot of uses out of it. And I know for a certainty that you can replace the saw blade, but this is the original saw blade that was on this when I first got it. So it still works, and it still works good. Now, I did in my last statement give the slight edge to the Silky far as in workability and ease of cut and less effort to cut or saw. I did give it the edge a little bit, but in all honesty, the push and pull cut of the Bahco is just as effective as just the only pull cut. And it just may be me, but I feel as though that the pull cut and not the push cut, just only the pull cut is a little less physical effort involved. That's just the way I feel. But far as in speed and efficiency, I have to give both of them a equal tie. They're both great saws. They are. For now, this here used to be like $16 or $14, somewhere around there. And if that was the case today, this would hands down beat anything that I have used as a handsaw by far, because just the value alone. But I believe I paid close to $30 for this today. I mean, when I ordered this. So, and when I ordered this was around, I think 38, maybe, yeah, around $38. So when this was $38, I believe this was around $15 to $20. Now, this being $30 today, I'm not really sure what this costs today, but I'm sure it costs a little bit more than when I first bought it. So they're both going up in price, and they're both really good saws. But because this is slightly less costly than this, if you're in the market to purchase a handsaw, I would go with this just because it costs less. But mind you now, although this is more portable and lighter than this, okay, when you're actually using it, not just the saw, but after you saw and you want to put the saw away, or if you want to deploy the saw, the Silky Gomboy is a more smoother operating saw as far as that is concerned. The fact that you have a push lever here to close the saw, it operates so much smoother than the Bahco. This button here, I did a short video where I pushed it and extended the blade like a switchblade, and it did okay, and it was smooth, but that was when it was brand new. Now that after having used it, the action is not smooth at all. In fact, it's kind of sticky and a little reluctant to come out or be pushed, the button. And because it's really not a button, it's a semi lever, as you can see here. The whole thing pushes in. So it's not even a button, it's just a lever thing. And that is nothing to play with, because if you trying to get the blade out, if you press this and try to close it like as if it was a drop shutty knife, and you have your finger here, you are going to cut your finger off. We're going to do some serious damage. And I almost did that, and I barely nicked it and I stopped, and luckily the blade stopped before it shut all the way. But yeah, this is not something to play with. You need to use both hands and be very mindful that you're pushing this and you're closing this. And it is not very smooth when opening and shutting, especially after you done sawed and sawdust and everything gets into the action or whatever. So, but aside from that, I have to say that the saw worked great. Now here is the get a very good look at the saw teeth, and you'll see that some of them are slightly bent. Okay. Now, the way it looks is still seem to be sawing pretty decently, but if you look at it real close, you'll see that the saw teeth is a little, let me see, some of the saw teeth are just slightly bent, like this one right here. This one right here, where my fingernail is slightly bent outwards, like outwards. So, but like I said, that did not make the saw work any less efficiently. So, the deciding factors in which one to purchase. If you don't care about a couple of dollars more, paying a couple of dollars more, and you don't really care about the money aspects of this whole thing, I would recommend going with the Silky Gomboy, because like I said, they're both equally good at sawing things. But when you're actually working with the tool, you want to be able to deploy the tool smoothly, put it away, put the blades away smoothly, so you can put the blade in your pocket, or you can even attach a lanyard to hook it on your belt or whatever. Because after you saw something, okay, part of the task is to put the saw away so you can move or work with whatever you sawed. Okay, so this one here, I constantly had to struggle, and as you can see, I'm having trouble getting the blade out. I had to constantly struggle after having sawed, and if sawed efficiently, I had to constantly struggle a little bit to get the blade back into the housing. And as you can see, it's a little bent here, so it's not going in. So you have to align it and you have to put it in. So I had to constantly like tackle with it after I did the sawing. The sawing part was no problem. The fact that before and after is a little inconvenient because the action is not quite there. So if you're doing a casual task, like you're camping and you're collecting firewood, and all you're gonna do is just, you know, cut down one small tree and just saw the rest of it up for firewood, and that's all you're gonna do once a year or whatever, you know, occasionally. This is the way to go because it's inexpensive, it is lighter, and it's more portable, and it is great for just, you know, occasional use and getting the job done. Okay, but if you are a professional, or if you're a person who's constantly in the backyard, constantly cutting down trees or trimming tree limbs and things like that, and you don't use a chainsaw, I would recommend the Silky Gomboy because, like I said, this is a very old saw in my book because it's more than a couple of years old, and I've used the heck out of this, and the original blade is still on there, and the action of closing it and opening it is just still like brand new. Okay, so yeah. I recommend both for performance, for ease of use, and you know, smoother action, the Gomboy. If you're a little bit more budget oriented and you're a casual user and you're just using it for recreational bushcrafting or camping and things like that, you can go with this. There's no problem with this. Like I said, I just don't like the action because this button and I don't know, it just doesn't click with me. But anyway, that's what I wanted to add. It's a huge long video now. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. That is my definitive review of both saws. I go with that. If I had to use a saw every single day, I'd go with that. If I want to save a few dollars and I only going to use it once or twice a year. All right. See ya.